Alright guys, welcome back to this St Pölten series. And where I'd left off, we were absolutely kicked in the teeth against Innsbruck, but we've played a few games since then and had some fairly decent results. Let's go over how we've got on since that terrible defeat. The first game we had back was a second round FA Cup tie against another semi-professional team, St Georgian St. A 4-goal haul from Aram Pogashan, previously ridiculously out of form, and indeed played terribly the next game I fielded him. Got us the win there, although a brace from Jürgen Zettenmeier meant it was more marginal than I would have liked. Nevertheless, we are through to the third round of the FA Cup, and we'll be playing Vienna Neustadt, who you may remember were relegated from the Bundesliga a few seasons ago, so that should be a bit more challenging than this. We then played Austria Vienna away and were comfortably beaten 3-1. This, however, prompted me to make quite a shrewd tactical switch, as it's turned out, because it's massively improved our form since that result. Basically, my fullbacks kept getting skinned by the opposing wingers, just completely done over, caught out of position constantly. I'll show you an example of what I mean here. So we highlight Pinesip here, our left winger, who's got 3 to pick up, hasn't managed to pick up any of them, and Junior has run round the back easily and buried his shot. So what I decided to do in the individual instructions was actually very simple. So we've got Pinesip here, we just asked him to hold position and mark tighter, and we haven't been picked off on the wings since, really. So that's been a very good switch. On to the next couple of results. We faced Sturm Graz at home and absolutely destroyed them 5-1 after going a goal down through Juanto. But statistically, you can see that we absolutely dominated the game, possession-wise, shots on target-wise, shots in general-wise. A hat-trick from Ernst Nickel, who's really come into his own the past couple of games. Kobe Arthur and Lukas Stankovic also getting on the score sheet for that game. Probably the best performance, well, definitely the best performance of the season so far. We then made sure we followed it up against weaker opposition. SV Grudig we went to, and we took them out 4-1. Again, complete domination of the game apart from the possession. A Lukas Stankovic brace and Hofbauer and Kobe Arthur rounding off the scoring just before the half-time whistle. So yeah, that game was very comfortable for us as well. These results leave the league table looking like this. It's very, very, very close between 2nd and 6th, just 2 points separating those 5 teams, with Red Bull Salzburg again just waltzing away, seemingly already looking like winning the league, although it's very early days yet. We will need to try and stop them when we play them next, just to make the competition a bit fairer. I am sick of seeing Red Bull Salzburg on the top of that league every single season. So that's going to provide the motivation for us. But in terms of us, after those 2 results, we're right back in the mix. Wolfsberger have joined the party somehow. They're always languishing at the bottom. But the 4 teams cut adrift at the bottom. Rapid Vienna, today's opponents, very surprisingly in 7th place, with Kapfenberger newly promoted, not doing too badly. SV Ried and SV Grudig holding the rest up. Standout performers in the last few games. Stankovic continuing to impress, as does Ernst Nickel, who's been starting more and has really sort of influenced the game a lot more. He's our top scorer so far from the right wing. Very pleased with him. Casali's been quite a surprisingly good player in the deep line playmaker role, allowing Hofbauer to play his more natural position. He's doing a very good job of breaking up the play and then starting attacks. So that's very well done to him. Kobe Arthur and Pogashan have done okay. I would like for them to have grabbed more goals, but hopefully with our good form we can see them find the score sheet a lot more. Eric Lang hasn't been too impressive, the 17-year-old. It's frustrating because his potential is so good, and look at his stats already for a 17-year-old. It's insane, but we just can't seem to unlock his best performance so far, and Stankovic, playing in the same position obviously, is keeping him out of the team. So it's quite frustrating. at the moment, trying to accommodate them both into the same team. But hopefully, once Stankovic is trained as a left attacking mid, those problems won't arise. Anyway, on with today's game. Rapid Vienna, woefully out of form, and we're ridiculously in form. So, despite probably the gulf in quality, you'd have to say, between the two sides, this could be a good game for us. Sebastian Fuchs is injured. Hans-Jürgen Schmidt ineligible, so only two centre-backs. Cisse can play there, but he's only competent, so that could be a concern for us here. As let's just check Minviel has the instructions to be a bit better defensively. Yes, he does, so that shouldn't be too much of a concern. I'm going to keep pretty much the same team because just why change, in all fairness. We've made fantastic progress in the past two games, so we're going to go with this team, and let's see what we can do against Rapid Vienna. Lining up with a 4-1-4-1. Danny Allar, you'd have to say, looking a bit isolated up top. I'm sure they can get around that. I'm going to set the mentality to control to begin with, simply because we're overwhelming favourites here. But that could change because Rapid Vienna do have quality. They've just been massively underperforming in recent games. So we come on to the first highlight now. Riegler launching the ball up. Sissoko with the header. Alan out to Widra. And they're playing it around. But how Hofbauer's picking up the ball. And he's going to run down the left. The pass is very poor to Arthur. And Hovland picks it up. Just do a little stats check. Control does seem to be working at the moment. Defenders seem to be sort of using their heads in terms of their positioning, but Rapid Vienna can set up an attack here. Widra, good save from Riegler. I'm going to switch it back to standard actually, just to be on the cautious side. We don't want to be playing it too expressively against a team of Rapid Vienna's quality, whether we're in form or not. As Allar is there at the far post from a set piece to make it 1-0 to Rapid Vienna. That's very unfortunate that we concede from another set piece. But hopefully we can get back into this game and we're not too disheartened. The ball coming in from Luque. Sissoko flicking it on. Nobody marking Allar. And that's somewhat concerning that we concede so easily from that set piece. It has to be said, we're very much struggling to keep up with Rapid Vienna here. I sort of half expected this, given that they're so out of form and they're bound to turn it around eventually. But we're just on the edge of half time now as Riegler launches up to Nickel. Casali getting the 1-2. Now Minviel on the overlap. Is he going to get mugged? No, he finds Casali. Cisse in the middle. He's going to spray it out left to Hofbauer, who has quite a lot of space. And now Hofbauer's going to play in Kobe Arthur. What's he going to do with it? He's going to skin the fullback, and that's a very poor shot indeed. And that should round off the first half. I'm going to tell them I've been terrible. Where is your passion, lads? Hopefully they can find it within themselves to put in a shift in the second half and recover this win, and it would be an impressive win against a very good side. Now Minviel finds Casali. Not enough confidence in his ability to cross. It's hit the bar. Arthur, I just needed a more conviction on his touch, and that would have gone in. Very unlucky there from Kobe Arthur. Lars picked the ball up now. Widra to Luque out wide. It's intercepted by Zilic, but it goes back to Luque. Minviel pinches the ball, and now Stankovic gets tackled. And now Luque for Rapid Vienna, putting in Danny Allar, who's going to hold it up, find Idriga. They're finding it difficult to break us down, it has to be said. I don't want to jinx myself too much as Holzmann intercepts that ball, and now Hofbauer's running at them. He's putting through Stankovic, finds Kobe Arthur, and that is a shocking miss. That's almost enough to prompt me to substitute him on the 60th minute mark. That was such a waste of a beautiful opportunity. As Rapid Vienna again try to break us down. Minviel caught out of position again. His defensive stats are so poor. but at least Riegler has claimed the ball after being bullied by Denny Alar. Plays it short to Pinesip. It's Cisse back to Pinesip now. And he's trying to make something happen. Finds Casali, who's more likely to make something happen. Now Stankovic. The ball's intercepted, and this could be another Rapid Vienna attack. As Alar plays through Idriga, he's in a lot of space. It's back to Vidra, and it's 2-0. We've left too much space in the middle. Bollocks. We've been outplayed, it has to be said. They've been much the better team. It's a very disappointing performance. I'm going to put Pogashan up top. Nobody really else can play on the right, but I do want to take Nickel off. He's been quite poor. Both the wide players have been quite poor in all fairness, but there's not a fat lot we can do at the moment. We've missed a penalty. Rapid Vienna have a penalty and a chance to make the result even more convincing. And he's not going to miss, is he? No, 3-0. This is getting embarrassing now. Completely unexpected result, it has to be said. We're just so inconsistent. How do you go from beating Sturm Graz 5-1 one week to losing 3-0 the other? It's beyond belief. It's Minvial now, who's had a shocking game. Stankovic can't take it past Vukovic. And you can bet your mortgage that this will be another Rapid Vienna attack, rather than our sort of passage of play. Pinesip to Holzman now. Makaidi finds Casali. Stankovic, this is decent play, but the goalkeeper's got that all day long. Pogashan picking up on the loose ball, and that's going to do him the world of good. Low on confidence, Pogashan picks up on the loose ball from the goalkeeper and just hits it into the empty net. That's the sort of break his confidence needed. He's done so well to hit that first time and chip the keeper. And that is a tiny little scrap of positivity in what has been a pretty underwhelming performance. As the clock ticks down, and yeah, the result is pretty much secure for Rapid Vienna now. They're just playing it around and it's all over. Terrible performance. This is one of the worst performances I've live-commed. Anyway, I get the impression that I'm really sort of emphasising to you guys how awful that performance was, so I'll probably have to shut up now. But we've got to go again. We've got an FA Cup game coming up against Wiener Neustadt. Good opportunity to get some morale and confidence back into the side. So hopefully we'll get that done. In terms of the next live com, I'm going to go with the Kapfenberger game. That's another 4 games away. This is becoming quite a habit now. Nevertheless, yeah, Kapfenberger were dangerous last time, unexpectedly so. So it'll be interesting to see how we can deal with them this time round. Hopefully we've got a decent plan in mind. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Take care of yourselves. See you later.